New home builders are going nuts right now, and that's a big opportunity for you. Stay tuned, I'll tell you how. Hi folks, welcome back. Tom Mason with West USA Realty, an Arizona-based family-owned realty brokerage here in Phoenix, Arizona. There's something mysterious going on in the new home build realm right now. New home builders continue to build even though we have a soft market in Phoenix. And you'd think that new home builders wouldn't be incentivized to build more homes, but they are. The more spec homes, pre-built homes, that they have on their lots, the more incentives they're offering for new home buyers. If you follow my monthly market update, next one is next week, you know that Phoenix home prices have slowed their ascent and flattened out a little bit, stabilizing at the high levels we have right now. But there's still a big shortage of homes in the Phoenix area. Builder Magazine shows the 50 largest U.S. markets with new homes being constructed right now. Number 3 on that list is Phoenix. The question is why? Why are home builders building in a place where sellers are having a tough time selling their homes? If you remember seeing this chart from Armless, the Arizona Regional Multiple Listing Service, the absorption rate is really low, meaning houses aren't turning over fast enough. And days on market has escalated last week to 122 days for active listings right now. That's a long time compared to the 3-4 days we had back in 21 and 22. But it's generally a little more historically normal. Still, why would new home builders build in a market like that? Well, one reason is Phoenix has one of the best employment outlooks in the United States. Phoenix is booming, and it's listed as one of the top 5 places for economic growth in the United States. It found a 42% rise in gross domestic product, 12% increase in median earnings, and 26% increase in total roadway miles, which means there's plenty of infrastructure for going to and from work and supporting all the new businesses that are coming into Phoenix. Wages continue to go up, and people are moving here for the work and the tax environment. And 5 of Phoenix suburbs have been chosen among the best cities to buy a first home. The top one in Arizona is Surprise. No surprise, there are a lot of different properties out there. Retirement communities plus family communities really build up the schools and the city center with sports and activities. And even though we've had higher prices in Arizona since the pandemic, when it comes to affordability, Surprise is still 21st best in the United States, ranking only behind Yuma for affordability. Now, he also notes that Surprise was ranked 207th for quality of life, and that's job market, schools, and driver friendliness. Well, I can see the driver friendliness part. And schools, they've actually put a lot of money into the Dysart School District to make some really outstanding schools out there. So I'm not totally bought into that 207th ranking they gave. Another West Valley city is Peoria, which was ranked 13th for new home buyers. Again, there's a mix of resale homes and new homes, and the new home builders are offering some great incentives right now, which we're going to get to in just a minute. But it's not just single-family residences that are being built in droves here in Phoenix, Arizona. Phoenix is also topped in build-to-rent homes. Now you wonder, why would I be talking to you about build-to-rent? Why would you want to rent? You know, our goal is to get you into a home where you can build equity. But we know that when you first start out, sometimes you can't afford that. These build-to-rent homes, even though you're paying somebody else's mortgage, gives you a place to set up, establish yourself, progress in your career, and get to that point where you're ready to own. Now, you've probably heard that the human brain really doesn't develop fully until age 25, when everything is locked in. That's also when you're sort of at the peak of getting in, maturing, determining what you want to do, and being successful at that. And by age 33, we know that most people are ready to get out of that rental area and into the buying area, although some people start earlier. I just closed a house with a very mature 27-year-old who knows exactly what he wants to do and where he's going. Got a really nice house. We know that age 33 is when people want to stop investing in other people and invest in their own equity by owning. And that's where new builders come in, because they also offer FHA loans, which are great for first-time home buyers. So with all this building going on in a soft market, this is how it benefits you. Home builders are now offering great incentives to get you into a home, and Builder Magazine covers some of this and talks about which builders are offering the most. Depending on which city you're in, there may be additional benefits and incentives. In Phoenix itself, K. Hovnanian, one of my favorite builders, is offering up to $120,000 at the Four Seasons Victory at Verado Cottages in Phoenix. It's actually in Verado. And these are not large properties either. They're cottages, so they're not huge. And up to $120,000 off, that's a big chunk of the cost of that home. And then nationwide, we have several. Taylor Morrison's a large builder offering no interest payments for the first 7 months in different marketplaces. Let me show you some of the offers that I receive from home builders trying to get me to bring clients to them. First is D.R. Horton, America's largest home builder, offering first year 2.99%, second year through the 30th year 3.99%. This does come up to an APR 4.87%, so still well below the 6.28 that we saw yesterday in the marketplace. The second one is through Lennar with a 2-to-1 buy down. So for the first year, you'll have 2% lower than the going rate. The second year, you'll have 1% lower, and then you'll adopt today's existing rate after that. But if interest rates drop between now and then you can always have an opportunity to refinance. And then Brightland Homes, I really like Brightland Homes as well. They used to be called Guillen Homes. I did a video on Guillen Homes, the Brightland Homes, which you'll find up here. Exclusive incentives on their pre-built homes, rates as low as 3.25 for FHA and 3.75 for conventional. So just as an example of how that benefits you, let's use an online mortgage calculator to calculate your principal and interest. Now this won't take into account taxes and insurance, which will be added on through escrow, but just the principal of interest on a home. So we're going to set up this mortgage calculator with $500,000. You might think, well, I can't afford a home that's $500,000. Well, let's take a look at it. And if we put in 5% down, $25,000. Here's your interest rate for today is 6.28 for well-qualified buyers. Loan terms for 30 years beginning in October. Property tax will estimate about $1,500. Private mortgage insurance, they calculate automatically at 0.5%. Homeowners insurance varies. We'll leave that blank, and HOA will leave blank as well. For a conventional loan, we will calculate this, and we find that for a $500,000 home, initially it's $3,256.85. That's with the private mortgage insurance. After you pay off 20% of the home, the value of the home, you can get rid of that private mortgage insurance, and now you're at $3,058. Still a little bit steep for a lot of people. Remember, Brightland Homes offered 3.75% on their conventional loans, and over a term of 30 years, property tax of $1,500, private mortgage insurance of 0.5%. Leave home insurance blank and monthly HOA blank. So you got to remember, you'll add these into this mortgage payment at the end to figure out what your total payment will be. And I've already calculated for you, so you can see, even with the private mortgage insurance, you're at $25,22 on a $500,000 home. But what if you're an FHA buyer? They were offering 3.25% FHA. One thing this calculator does not do is when you have an FHA loan, you have to pay mortgage insurance premiums, and you have to pay some of that up front. So it doesn't show the mortgage insurance premium, but it might give you an idea of where to start. They're using PMI, which private mortgage insurance is only on the conventional side. Mortgage insurance premiums are for FHA. Even with that insurance added in, it's $23.90 for a $500,000 home per month. And then mortgage insurance premiums actually stay on for the life of the loan unless you refinance later. So this would probably be your, close to anyway, your FHA mortgage payment. Keep in mind that these mortgage calculators are not 100% accurate, and you should always check with a real lender before committing to any contract. This website only gives us a little bit of an idea of where we would be on a monthly mortgage payment. So what do you think about that mortgage payment? Leave me a comment below. Is that something affordable for you for a new $500,000 home? Because that's what the new home builders are offering right now. These are on pre-built homes. They're called spec homes. The design is already done, but if you go and you buy a new home, you won't be eligible for those incentives. These are only on the spec homes. If you buy a new home, then you're going to be at the standard rate for mortgages. And remember, those new homes, those spec homes, they come with all kinds of warranties. You have 1-year warranties from snout to tail on that home, plus you have warranties on the air conditioning and the systems inside, the water heater. So you have peace of mind knowing that they're going to take care of any issues that come up during those first couple years. And these new home builders are really incentivizing buying these homes. They need to get rid of what their carry costs, the homes they've already built, and make way for the new homes they're building as people move into Maricopa County. As more people come in and as interest rates drop, those prices are going to go up. And the new home builders are the ones who raise the prices first, and they drive the rest of the market. So when new homes go up, the resale homes are going to go up as well. We see this time and time again in the marketplace. New home builders dictate the prices in the marketplace. And right now, they're offering great incentives to anybody who wants to go check them out. So if you want to check them out, if you want to take some time to go look, always remember, first time you go see a home builder to register, take an agent with you, because these home builders are already offering to pay the commission for your agent, which means you're going to have representation. That seller, that salesperson in that office that you meet works for the builder. They don't work for you. Now, they have good customer service. But when it comes down to it, they're going to err on the side of their boss. When you take an agent, then that agent works for you, and they have a fiduciary duty to make sure you get the best deal out of these. So if you found this information enlightening, please like and subscribe. And if you want to go look at new homes, find an agent, me or another agent you know. But whatever you do, whenever you go see that new home builder, take an agent with you. Thanks for stopping by. If you're in the Phoenix area and you want to have a cup of coffee and talk about the market, give me a call, send me a message, carrier pigeon, smoke signals, or whatever. We'll meet and dig deep into the market.